Hello, I'm Marcus Pankey, and this is my 10-year plan. First off, I want to say this 10-year plan was pretty difficult for me to accomplish because I don't really know what I'm going to be doing for sure in the next 10 years. A lot of the stuff that I'll be doing will be um, kind of see as we go, and I'm not really certain of everything that will happen, but this is what I want to happen in 10 years. Where will I be living? I hope to be living in a house. I will be at least living in a house. Um, if I am not still living with my mom, I will be renting a house with a couple other people who want to rent a house. I will put a down payment on the house, have people live with me, make some money off of that, and that's what I plan on living. If I end up living with my mom, it'll be because I'm still trying to get my pilot's license with the amount of hours I need, and that would just save the most amount of money and be most efficient. What job will I have? As I said previously, I want to become an airplane pilot. You need at least 1,500 hours to have your private pilot license, and I think I can accomplish that easily within 10 years. Um, my that would be my main occupation would be the airplane pilot. My secondary kind of not necessarily my main focus, but something I have to focus on would be real estate investor. Uh, I want to, like I said, have the house and rent it out with people, and also I'd have to live in that house. So that is what entails for a real estate investor. And then eventually, I hope to have more than just one property, and eventually pay off that first house I buy, and so on and so forth. What kind of lifestyle will you have? I will have a frugal lifestyle. That's my biggest focus on my next 10 years is my frugal lifestyle. I want to be able to save. The definition of frugal is being smart with your money for the most part. So I want to save as much money as I can within my first 10 years of being in my occupation because it will save me long term. If I'm living very cheap and just saving all of my money, then eventually I'll be financially stable and I won't have spent money on cars that are just things. This it's not necessary because cars get old, things get old, and I feel that frugal is the way to go, and it'll grant me the happiest way of my life that I can be. And in the future, for my children, I can be there for their sports, and I can do I can be the parent that I want to be if with a frugal lifestyle. So a little sacrifice as a young adult goes a long way. Will I have a family? This is a question mark for me. I really don't know. I know for sure I won't have kids. That's a fact. I might have a wife. I'm not gonna avoid a wife, but I'm not gonna search for a wife. It's just kind of if it happens, it happens. If not, then I got the rest of my life to live. Because in 10 years, I'll only be 28. I'll still be very young, and I plan to have kids. If I don't have a wife, I will end up adopting kids by the time I'm 35. Because by the time I'm 35, I'll have enough money saved up to where I can provide for my children, and it won't be a huge struggle for me to provide food for my kids and me and possibly a wife. The things I will on this slide interested me the most because it's very basic for me. And so the first thing, the most important thing for me to own will be a bike. I want to make sure I'm able to just ride my bike up to the gym, or if I have to, I could walk to the gym, but ride my bike to the gym, ride my bike to go get groceries, um, ride my bike to just do the little tasks that don't need a big car to waste gas, and it conserves a lot of money. So I think that would be a very good thing, quote unquote, to have. My car I have currently is the 2011 Nissan Xterra. It's fully paid off, so it's my car, and I get to use it until it dies. And I'm fortunate enough to have that luxury, and I plan on using that thing for the next 10 years. If I can make it last 10 years, I'll try to take the best care of it as I can and prolong it as long as possible. The third thing that I will maybe own will be a house. By the time I'm 28, I'm not sure if I will completely be able to have paid off that house that I buy when I get like get started in my life. I would assume maybe, because 10 years is a long time, but I'm not 100% sure, which is why I put the quote there. My goal would be to have that house entirely paid off by the time I'm like 35. But if I can have it by 28, that would make me very happy. Thank you. That's my presentation.